This week on Machinery Pete TV, we meet retiring farmer Robert Lee and hear stories behind some of his remarkable equipment. We'll see a rare predecessor to the Silver King tractor. And Pete looks at the growing value of the legendary International 1086.
Your machinery is a serious investment and at the heart of every farming operation. Some call it a passion. We're Machinery Pete TV, and today we'll cover everything from auction roundups to the classics to the latest trends and technology. Machinery Pete, the most trusted name in farm equipment.
Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. No other cornhead works like a Drago or pays you back like one. Visit your Drago dealer and see how you can justify owning a Drago on ROI alone. Well folks, thank you so much for watching our Machinery Pete YouTube videos all these years. We're up over 34 million views now. I've posted 2,100 plus videos. Again, thank you. I started posting back in late 2009. One of the first auctions I filmed at was September 2nd, 2009, Central Iowa by Daily Auction Company. And today, we're back in Central Iowa, farm auction for Robert Lee in Colo, Iowa. And I tell you what, we got a beautiful Magnum 335 we're gonna watch sell. But first, we gotta go back to the studio and get the latest farm equipment news.
All right, thanks Pete. I'm Clinton Griffiths. Sales of tractors and combines are off to a slow start this year, according to the Association of Equipment Manufacturers. Now, in its monthly flash report, AEM says through February, sales are below 2023 in terms of total units of ag tractors and combines sold. Now, smaller, under 40 horsepower tractors are down 18% compared to the first 2 months of 2023. Larger, 100 plus horsepower units were up slightly for the month, but are 8% lower for the year. And four-wheel drive tractors were off 7%, while combines were nearly 19% below year to date. While many equipment makers expect falling sales this year, updated or newer technology does have a place.
The challenge we have is that technology investments in general, even in a declining commodity market, can pay for itself in 1 year. And it's in these challenging markets that you need to start to think about trying to drive more efficiency in technology and in what you're doing in your farming operation.
Now for the 7th straight month, global food prices continue to fall. Last month, the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations reports its food price index came in at 117.3 points. That's the lowest level in 3 years. The agency says cereal prices saw a significant decline that was driven by lower corn and wheat prices, while dairy prices, they rose more than 1% to a 9-month high. And the government is making changes when it comes to meat products labeled as product of the USA. Ag Secretary Tom Vilsack making that announcement, the agency saying a final rule allows the voluntary product of USA or made in the USA label claim to be used on meat, poultry, and egg products, but only on those derived from animals born, raised, slaughtered, and processed here in the U.S. That's it for news. Now let's check on some recent auctions from around the country. Now back to our host, Machinery Pete.
Hey folks, I know summer of 23 here has been just terribly dry, but eventually the grass is going to grow. You're going to need to mow it. And coming up, we got this 2020 Country Clipper XLT C305. This baby's got only 23 hours on it.
Today, when you're looking for a way to harvest more corn, you can count on Drago to get the job done. With self-adjusting deck plates, more aggressive gathering chains, and longer knife rollers for less ear bounce, Drago corn heads make every hybrid yield better. You'll like their durability too. No other corn head works like a Drago, or pays you back like one. Visit your Drago dealer and see how you can justify owning a Drago on ROI alone.
Hey folks, Machinery Pete here. You've got to try this. The power of foam is the only way to clean and degrease your equipment. Simply foam it on, give the foam a few minutes to work, and power wash it off. cuts grease and your wash time significantly. The foam won't harm electrical sensors or controls. It neutralizes and washes away farm chemicals and is safe to use on most surfaces. Call 888-996-7801 or go online to check out their dealer locator at poweroffoam.com to find the Power of Foam near you. My friends at Manachek Implement at Case IH Steel are in beautiful Faribault, Minnesota at 8 tractors selling on their upcoming online auction on Wednesday, March 27th. 4 quad tracks on the sale, including a pair of 22 model 620 quad tracks with 916 and 1,237 hours, both with warranty. If you're looking for a quad track a bit older, they have a 2009 model 485 quad track for 4,992 hours and an 09 535 quad track for 4,798 hours on the sale. 2 road track models on this auction, including this Sharp 22 model 340 road track with 1,847 hours of warranty, and this 2018 model 380 CVT road track for 2,920 hours. Also a pair of 22 model Magnum 340s with 1,053 and 1,564 hours in warranty selling on this auction. As always, with Manachek Implement online auctions, no reserves, no buyer fees, and no loading fees. For info and bidding, go to Manachek.com and click on the Inventory tab, then Auctions and Clearance.
$15, Tommy, 15, get 20, 15, 20, down, 5, 25, down, 30, down, 30, down, 30, down, 5, 35, down, 30, just the price of one.
All right, folks, planter time here. We've got a Case IH 955 16 roll for sale. And if you go to our website, machinerypete.com, of course, all our auction sale prices are free for you to look at. And I checked this morning, 228 prices on 955s there. And last year, the average auction price on a 955 planter was $6,781. I did see them go as high as $17,850, but that one had been completely rebuilt.
$3,400, 35, $3,500, 35, $3,500, 600, 35 here, 600, 600 to 3,500. You say 6, now 7, 37, 3,600. When you get 7, 3,600, 37. Net you're not in. Net you're not in. I got 3,600, 7, now 8, 37, 38 net. $3,700, 38, $3,800, 30, no, 9, 39, new guy, 38, 39, 3,900, 8, 9, 39, 4, 39, 4, Cody, $4,000, 39, you 4, $3,900, give it a $4,000, 441, $4,000, $4,100, 4, net you out, $4,000, give it a $4,100, $4,000, 41, sold it, 4,000.
Hey folks, I'm here with Robert Lee, our retiring farmer today, and Robert, you were wrapping up a farming career, did I hear 54 years?
Yep.
And how are you feeling here as sale day approaches?
I guess I'm ready for it, you know.
I saw some awesome video from last fall, your last harvest.
Yep.
Of your beautiful 2588 combine, you rolling through the last 8 rows of corn there. You've seen some changes in your farming career.
Oh, yeah.
Now you told me, what was the first tractor you ever drove?
M Farmall.
And kind of a story behind that. You were, what, 5 years old and finished dinner early?
Yep. Dad had it parked up by the gas barrel and where he put in fuel or whatever, and he'd always put it in reverse. So I rode with him many times, and I knew how to pull the switch out and push the lever to start it. And so I crawled on there and did all that, and it started up, and in reverse we go. Luckily, a week before that, we'd shelled corn, and there was a cob pile. And it ended up on the cob pile at that much of an angle or whatever, and the tires spun out, and my folks come running out of the house and told me to jump off, and that's the first ride I had on a tractor.
Pretty memorable start.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to forget that.
Wow. And you've had red tractors throughout your farming career?
Yep.
And again, you've come a long way here up to the Magnum 260 and the 335. What were your favorite tractors over your career that you'd say?
I think the 260 is my favorite.
Because?
I don't know, it's got depth. A lot of people don't like depth, and it really hasn't bothered me any. But it's just a real nice tractor. The 335, I like that too. It's got 335 horse, more than the 260 horse, but right. I do favor the 260.
Hey folks, time to mow some grass here. Folks from all over taking the train in to look at this baby. It's a 2020 Country Clipper XLT C305, 52-inch deck, 0 turn. Now 2 months ago, my friends at Fraley Auction Company in Muncie, Pennsylvania, sold a Country Clipper XLT 52-inch deck, 1 hour on it for $5,250.
26, 7 now, 8, 28, 29, 29, 3, now 1, 31, 31, 3, 1, 2, 3, now 4, 34, 34, 5, 600, 35, 11, 6, now 7, now 8, 38, 38, 39, 4 pound better, 4 pound better, 39, give 4, 41, now 2, 41, 42, hard, like a new one now, 41, 42, 42, 43, 44, 4400, 500, 600, 700, 700, 809, now 5, 5 pound better, 5 pound better to 49, 5 pound better, 51 and 2, now 3, 53, 53, 52, give 3, 52, just like buying a new one now. $5,200, bottom of 3, 3, 3, bottom of 3, 3, 3, $5,200, give it a $300, 52, would you give 3? Sold it, $5,200.
Here are a few more items that sold on today's sale.
$3,100, y'all down here, $3,000, give 31, $3,000, 31, anybody else, $3,100, sold it, $3,000. Let's go. $6,100, 200, 200, y'all done. 61, would you give 2? Sold it, $6,100. $10 bottom of 10, 250, here's a $10 $250. 10, 250, anybody else? $10 $250. Sold it, $10,000. $2,800 bottom of $900, $2,900, $2,800, $2,900, 28, now 9. Sold it, $2,800. $2,400, 23, 24, that's out. $2,300, give it a 4. $2,400, $2,500, $2,400, give it a $500, to $500, $2,400, give 5. Sold it, $2,400, thanks to both of you.
Wilson National in Hillsboro, Ohio is holding a live virtual online consignment auction on Wednesday, March 27th. Featured items include a 22 John Deere 8R340 with just 157 hours, a 2018 John Deere 4044R with loader and 218 hours, and a 2018 John Deere S760 Combine with 833 SEP hours. Also, Massey Ferguson 8650 with 2,433 hours, a Gleaner R75 Combine, and a 2018 John Deere 8245R with 718 hours. Info and bidding at wilnat.com.
At LST Group, we are committed to providing exceptional service across all modes of transportation. If you're shipping machinery across the state or across the country, trust LST Group to handle it with precision and care. Our expanded network ensures your shipments will reach their destinations swiftly and securely. Discover the LST Group difference and experience the epitome of excellence in transportation services. To request a quote, call 844-622-6209.
Best way I've seen to fix faded paint? Dakota Shine. Made in South Dakota by Dakota Ag Innovations, a company with a 20-year history of working with top construction equipment manufacturers, now offering Dakota Shine to the farm community to help you keep your equipment looking like new and retain more value when it comes time to sell or trade. Key active ingredient from corn, soy derivatives. Order online at dakotashine.com or visit your regional farm stores to pick up your Dakota Shine today. What's that piece of equipment worth? Check out Machinery Pete's auction prices for the answer. Free to view, updated daily, all types of equipment. Go to machinerypete.com and click on the auction tab, then auction price data. Hey folks, Machinery Pete here. Pleased to be joined by Jason Ingermanson, Ingermanson Farms out of Solomon, Kansas. Jason, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing today?
Well, I'm doing well, and I'm smiling looking at your beautiful line of equipment selling on online auction Wednesday, March 20th for our friends at purplewave.com. Holy smokes, what a beautiful line of equipment, Jason. Let's start off, talk about your pair of combines, a 22 model John Deere X9 1100 Signature Edition. Just over 200 engine hours, just over 100 SEP hours, and then an 18 model John Deere S790, 1,431 engine hours. Couple nice harvesters here.
Oh yeah, the 790 was an impressive machine. when we were harvesting specifically fall crops. And then jumping in the X9 and seeing what that would do, that's a machine that gets some things done. In fact, if you're looking to upgrade to something like that, and you're running 3 combines right now, you could go with that and then in the 790 and run 2 combines and get just as much done and not be hauling as many headers and things around.
Let's shift to tractors now. You've got some late model ones there too. A pair of 18 models, John Deere 9620 RX, just over 1,800 hours. And then 18 model 8,400 hours, 1,700 hours. What can you tell us about your tractors?
Well, as in all of the equipment, it's, we bought all of this equipment brand new. We wanted to make sure we knew where it was coming from, and we had a lot of work to do, and we didn't want to have to figure things out. So one-stop shop, if you have questions on any of it, we can answer them. But with those tractors, they've been tremendous. Obviously, high horsepower tractors, very well maintained. We work close with our John Deere dealer to keep our equipment up to par. And we went with Purple Wave because, there's an integrity piece and a trust piece that is just so important to us on both sides, because our ultimate goal is whoever does purchase this equipment does it with confidence. They walk away knowing, hey, we can hit the field running and we don't have to worry.
Hey, welcome back to Tractor Tales, folks. This week we're off to Ohio to check out a Plymouth, which was made right in Ohio and was the last of its kind before the Silver King. And all those tractors were made right in Plymouth, Ohio.
It's a 1934 Plymouth. It went to Horsehead, New York. That's where I bought it out of. I've owned this tractor, I'd say between 25 and 30 years. Had to put new tires on it after I bought it. These are Ridge tires on the front and turf tires on the rear. The serial number is number 11. They started at 100. This is 111. As far as I know, the tractor, probably had three previous owners before me.
We were happy to be able to bring it home to where it was manufactured. I never thought my husband would ever own a Silver King or a Plymouth tractor, because he had one when he was growing up on his dad's farm that he farmed with.
But we got to Horsehead, $10,000, and I hadn't got a bid on it yet. My wife says, "What are you going to do?" And I looked at her. She said, "Well, we come after the tractor." So that opened the door.
When our children and grandchildren came home, a lot of times they would get the tractors out of the barn. They'd go around the barn, ride them, around the barn or down the lane and back. And so they've had a lot of fun.
Hey folks, stay with us. Coming up, our feature item, the reason I brought you here to Colo, Iowa for Robert Lee's retirement auction. This beautiful 2011 Case IH Magnum 335. This baby, only 1,810 hours on it.
Today, when you're looking for a way to harvest more corn, you can count on Drago to get the job done. With self-adjusting deck plates, more aggressive gathering chains, and longer knife rollers for less ear bounce, Drago corn heads make every hybrid yield better. You'll like their durability too. No other corn head works like a Drago, or pays you back like one. Visit your Drago dealer and see how you can justify owning a Drago on ROI alone.
John Deere tractor lovers, check out the Plendle Brothers Classics online collector auction Thursday, March 28th in Kingsley, Iowa. Sale by Paulson Auctions. 10 immaculate 55 series tractors with low hours and exceptional condition with new tires. John Deere 4055 mechanical front wheel drive, 4255 two wheel drive, then matching sets of two wheel drive mechanical front wheel drive 4455s, 4555s, 4755s, and 4955s. For info and bidding, go to paulsonauction.com. The only way I've seen to safely clean aluminum grain and stock trailers is Bright Plus Aluminum Cleaner from Dakota Ag Innovations. With over 15 years of proven performance cleaning all types of aluminum, the results speak for themselves. Dirty, stained, and discolored aluminum trailers don't stand a chance against Bright Plus Aluminum Cleaner. Safely improve the appearance of your aluminum trailers at home and make a statement with Bright Plus. Order today at trailercleaner.com or find Bright Plus aluminum cleaner at a farm store near you.
Got equipment to sell privately but tired of scams and hassles? Visit MachineryPete.com and click Sell Mine. MachineryPete.com, the simple and secure way to buy and sell equipment online.
Well, folks, the record high auction price on a Case IH Magnum 335 stood at $183,500 for over 13 years. You had to go back to December 21st of 2009, a dealer auction in Mankato, Minnesota. Now that record was shattered February 7th, 2023 in a sale in Davenport, Iowa, $221,000 by Sullivan Auctioneers. Today, our feature item, an 11 model 335 with 1,810 hours on it.
195, 195, 195, 190, 95, 195, 195, 195, 195, 100. That's way under the money, boys. 190, 95, 195, 195, 200. 200 pounds out of the bottom, 95, give 2. 200 pounds out of the bottom, 95, out of a 2 bid, 200 pounds out of 200, here, 195, 2. 200 pounds out of the bottom, 95, out of a 2 bid, 200 pounds out of the bottom, 95, but you get 2. 195, 200 pounds out of the 2, give 225. 200, he is not in. 225, I got it on the internet. 225. 202 here, 205 pounds over, 25. Anybody else? He is in. 202, 25. 205 pounds over, now 10. Now he's out. 210. 205, give 10. 205 pounds over, 210. 25, 210. 205 pounds out of one of a 210. 205, what do you get 10? 205 pounds out of one of a 210. 205, 275, 210. 275, 210. 210 pounds out of the 275, 210. Internet out. 275, 210. 275, what do you get 10? Anybody else? 275, what do you get 10? 275 here, 210 pounds out of the 275, what do you get 10? Last call. 275, what do you get 10? 275, what do you get 10? You want to give 208 net? 275, 28. 208 pounds out of the 275, 208 pounds out of the 275, 208. Anybody else? 208. Sold it. 275.
185.
185.
Well, folks, that recipe for hot bidding held again here. Pre-def, low hours, great condition. The 2011 Magnum 335, 1,810 hours, comes in at $2,075, second highest auction price ever on a 335. Well, folks, I have to talk about 1086s this week. Unbelievable. I tell you what, I've been covering auctions 34 years now and compiled over 1,500 auction sale prices on International 1086 tractors. Of course, an iconic model made from 1976 to 1981. And I tell you what, in a recent 3-week span, I saw the record high auction price set 3 times on 1086s. Now, most recently, September 5th, online collector auction, Pine Island, Minnesota, from my friend Danny Anderson, known as Dirt Boys in the international collector community. And Danny actually had the very first 1086 ever made, this 1976 model, serial number 8601, only had 6,065 actual hours on it, sold for $67,650. Now, that clipped a record that had just been set August 23rd on a collector auction in Livingston, Wisconsin. Here's a picture of that one. A 1979 model, restored, interestingly with a factory narrow front, pretty cool there, and that brought $31,500. Now that one broke a record that had just been set 7 days earlier, August 16th, on a farm auction in Louisville, Ohio. Here's a picture of that one. This 1086, kind of a barn find kind of a type deal, only had 1,513 actual hours on it, and that one brought $30,800. So there you go. 3 record high auction prices set on International 1086s in a 3-week span. Well, folks, I think it had been 13 years since we were able to get my great friend Bob Daly with Daly Auction Company on film for the TV show. Great fun to be here today in Colo, Iowa for Robert Lee's farm retirement sale. And tell you what, that 2011 Magnum 335, just over $1,800, watching that baby go for $2,075, second highest auction price ever. That was big fun. Tune in next week. We will have more fun waiting for you. Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. No other cornhead works like a Drago. or pays you back like one. Visit your Drago dealer and see how you can justify owning a Drago on ROI alone.